Hello, my name is Dawn Miller Walker, and I just want to be clear, still not a professional Zoomer. This tutorial is the third of the three that I had planned out on just the basics. If I learn more and as I learn more, I'll maybe make more. But right now, I have struggled enough just trying to learn how to use Zoom. So I've had enough people asking me for some tips and help. So this is just some basic stuff on screen sharing, your basic settings to get the screen sharing. One of the things, or the things that you should have already been able to do from my other two videos, is mute, do the video using the chat and recording. And then this one is the side-by-side video and the other aspects of it. I wanted to share this screenshot because when you are in gallery view, which is what we're in now, you can see all the different participants. In your settings, you can have up to 49 at the most on your screen at once, or you could have it in other views, which is the speaker view. But I want to share this one. This is one of the groups that I work with called Leaf, and this is just a fun screenshot. I'll talk about some other stuff here in a little bit, but you can see how two of them are using, instead of using their image and their video, they're using their profile pic. Mine up there is a superwoman or supergirl. And then you've got a couple people with backgrounds on, and then other people who are just having whatever background they want. So this is a fun thing you can do, is take screenshots when you're on Zoom calls and get pictures of them, whether it's because you need it for attendance or you just want to have a fun picture. And sometimes it's just fun to play with this kind of stuff. Hello. Thank you for watching this video. This is the third of the three Zoom videos or presentations that I was making. I only started doing this because what I normally do for a living, I own a company called The Science Eye, and I do hands-on inquiry-based teaching with sciences. So I go into the class, it's always in person, so I go into the classrooms and teach a whole bunch of different sciences. It's pre-K 3 through high school. I take kids out to the Everglades, I take kids at the beach. And so everything I do is in person. And obviously with the COVID-19 that happened, everything got turned upside down and people are going virtual. So I've had to learn how to do this. And I have YouTube videos to figure out certain things. So I'm hoping that these little tips and tricks that I'm showing you in the first two basics, and then this one, and again, it's very basic. There's a lot more stuff that you can do that I still don't know. I'm still learning. One of my favorite things to do is having this virtual background. But I want you to understand who is what, because it's me and I'm by myself right now, so I've got all these devices up here. So what I want you to see is this video screen that you see right here, this one right here that I'm moving. This is my host screen. So one of the things you can do, which is nice, is you can go up and you can rename yourself. So instead of giving me my name, I'm going to type in host so that you can remember that this is the host video. This video that you see right here is the my cell phone, so I can actually move that around. That's my cell phone, and which is nice because if you are doing a Zoom meeting and you need a second camera for something, you can always use your cell phone to log in instead of buying an expensive one, which a lot of them are out. And then this one that you see right here, I labeled it participant because that is this window right here. This is the I have a Mac, so this is my Windows 10. It's separated. It's kind of like having two computers in one. So I logged in with another group that I do presentations with called Fimsy, and I'm using this one right here to act as my participants one. So I'll show you some things that you do as a host, but then what you can also see right here as a participant and how it will show up. All right, so here as the host, or whether it's participant or not, you want to be able, well, first of all, let's get off the octopus because, that will be distracting for you guys. So you can come here, and I did this in Zoom, the second one, where you can choose different backgrounds. So here's another video that I had downloaded. This one actually came with mine. So some of them are really nice, but a lot of them, friends either took the pictures of where they were and they sent it to me, or I downloaded photos off the internet because I liked them. For whatever reason, I wanted to have fun backgrounds because it's just what I do. So I'm going to leave it on this one. It's not too distracting overall. Plus, it'll just help separate out where you see me in two different places as the participant and right now as the host. Right now we are in what is called speaker view. So whoever's actually speaking, and I'm the only one, even though I have everybody on mute right now, if I take it off mute, so this is good to know to be able to show people, you get feedback because I have 3 devices all within right here, okay? So that's just something to be aware of, and that could be good for anybody who just has noise in their background. And the other thing is, I'm in speaker view, whoever's talking, everybody else is up here. If I come up here where it says gallery view, I can switch it to that. I can switch it to actual gallery view. Now, I have in my settings that I can see up to 49 people, but right now there's only 3 devices, so I can keep it on any which one of them I want. However, as the participant, okay, so let me go to the participant screen. So this is what they would be seeing while you're talking. Let's say, for example, you, the host, you're talking, you're speaking, but you're going to use your cell phone to show something up close. You want to, like here, I am showing my glass, my cup, right? My tumbler here. But the problem is that because I'm talking, you can only see whoever's speaking. Well, you can either come over here to where it says pin video, and that will make it large, okay? Or you can even double click on whatever it is. So if you double click or choose pin, you can actually pin whichever video or thumbnail of the person that you want to see. The other thing to keep in mind for a participant, okay, and this is good for you when you're doing things, is you can move this anywhere you want, okay, as a participant. Here, when the equal sign is, you can see all the people that are on the video call, but if you only want to see the speaker because you whatever here in the background, or you only want to see what's going on, you can do this, or you can even put it down to where you don't really see anybody else, okay? The biggest thing I want you guys to be able to do is share your screen. So I'm going to come back down here to being the host. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to hit share screen. Now, if I go here, I can actually pick if I want other people to share the screen. I don't most of the time. So I'm going to share the screen. Here, you're going to get anything that's open. Now, keep in mind that the more things that you have open, sometimes it'll be slower. Sometimes it's hard to find which one you want to what screen you want to share. These 3 right here are automatically always here. And this right here is my Windows 10, which is that little window that the participant's in. And then this is a picture that I have open that I could share with you. So if I pull this up, it shows the picture or whatever I'm sharing. Normally I don't share a picture. I'm sharing either a document or a PowerPoint presentation. I just had to have something simple that wouldn't take up my entire screen like a PowerPoint. But me as the host, this is what I'm sharing, and then that puts my people over here. This puts all of you in the gallery over here. Again, I can put it to where just the speaker or just the talkers are. The participant, on the other hand, what they're normally going to see, unless they change it, is something like this. The problem is if this presentation was a PowerPoint presentation and it took up a whole lot of space, what makes it difficult is now, if this wasn't just a picture, it would show up over here and then this is in the way. So instead of taking this and moving it around every time you want to do something, tell them to come up here to view options and do side by side. What that does is it puts again, we're in gallery view. See, it says speaker, so that means we're in gallery view. You can see multiple thumbnails, multiple videos at the same time of different people. You can come over here, and then as soon as you see this little plus sign or this little bar, and you can see how the whole thing turns gray, I can click on that and drag over to the side. And I can make now whoever's in the gallery bigger, or if you put it on speaker mode, you can make that bigger and the presentation small. Or you can bring it back over here and make it so the presentation's big and whatever's over here is small. Now, again, here's an example that I'm getting ready to do with the program. I'm going to be working with kids. We're showing them stuff with fossils and gemstones. We need to be able to have the PowerPoint presentation that we're running up on the side so they can see what they need to see on the screen, which if I was in person, they would have in front of them. So this is what they need to see on the screen is over there, but we need for them to actually see things up close. So I'm going to tell them to grab this bar, make it so it's half and half, and then double click on what I'll call, when we're going to do it, we'll call that the up close or whatever. I have it called Marlin. So they'll, oops, do it again. They can come over here, and on theirs they have to pin it. On mine I could double click it. So now that video is pinned. Now if I want to show them something up close, they can see both what I'm trying to show them up close as well as the PowerPoint presentation at the same time. So being able to do this, move it back and forth, and tell the participant how to do that is quite important. Knowing how to switch from gallery view to speaker view is important. Having this side by side is important. I'm going to come back to myself here because I want to show you what you can also do. So if this was a PowerPoint or anything else, you can actually come up here. You know how you normally in yours, you have this menu, it's at the bottom. You can come up here to annotate, and you actually get this special annotate bar, menu bar. And you can choose things on here. So for example, I can choose the highlighter, I can choose a color, let's say hot pink, and I want to point something out here. So down here in my screen, I colored it, but you can see how it showed up over here on the participant screen. I can add anything that I want to my screen, and it shows up for the participants. But make sure you clear them out when you're done. You could even save it if you wanted to, but that way it doesn't show up. Because if you do leave it on, and I'll put something up here for you. Let's just make this a fun shape. Let's change the color to blue. And I put that square or diamond shape on here, circle, and we'll make a solid square here. So if I leave those on there and I don't do anything with clearing it and I stop share, now I want to share something else with you. So you remember that I showed you there's other options up here. Well, the whiteboard is nice because you can actually draw on it instead of a photo. So I'm going to do the same thing, highlighted it, hit share, and this is from an old whiteboard. So now with the old whiteboard, everything that was on there before, because I didn't clear it, just like that photo. So if I stop share and I share that same photo again, well, the photo does clear. Excellent. So the last time on the whiteboard, that's when it stays, I guess, is on the whiteboard. See, I told you, always learning something new. So again, the biggest things is showing you how to share your screen, how to manipulate it, how to pin your videos, so how you can move things around so that you don't have something obstructing your view as you're trying to do something. That's the biggest part. I hope that you guys learned something from here. I hope you learned a small trick or a tip, and it's useful. Everything is, you can Google everything or find things on YouTube, which of course this is, but hopefully this will just cut down your time on trying to find exactly what it is that you are looking for, and it is the basics. So I want to thank you guys for joining me, and hopefully you learned something new and you can practice and play with this on your own. Good luck.